Hello everyone, this is In-Game Arts. We're continuing off on our offline Let's Play, and we are playing now, starting with Brigandine, The Legend of Runersia? I'm probably butchering that completely. Brigandine, The Legend of Runersia. Now, from my understanding, I think this is like a remake from a PlayStation 1 game. I don't think it had The Legend of Runersia, but I think it was just called Brigandine. I remember when I was doing PS1 game hunting, physical copies, I remember that name. But I don't know much about this game. This is the PAL version, which the on-disc version is 1.00. But there is a limited run version of this game. I do not know if the limited run version is more up-to-date or has any tweaks or done, or a manual or whatever, compared to this PAL version. But I do have the Switch version of this game, because at Limited Run they first did the Switch, and then later did a PlayStation 4 version. And Ola Honey Bunny, welcome to the stream, and Ola Warnock, welcome to the stream again. We're playing Brigandine, I believe I'm saying that, The Legend of Runersia. Like I said, I think there was a PS1 game named this. I think this is a remake of the PS1 game, but I could be completely off. I just remember sorry about the loud thud, that was my coffee. I still need to get a cat. I keep saying that, like on everything. But, when I was doing my game hunting for PS1 games before I decided to sell off my entire retro collection, I was hunting down a lot of those really rare and unknown, like, JRPGs and stuff like that for PlayStation 1. That's why I kind of sold them off, too, because I never got around to playing them. So I was like, you know what? Hey, there's a full... I'm guessing this is a remake of it, but I'm completely sorry if I'm completely wrong. Ooh, epic music. Oh, no, the book. Again, I don't know anything about this game. Ooh, I like the menu. Options. Languages. This game must be relaunched to apply changes. Oh, okay. I guess you're just relaunching. I clicked on it, so I guess it just relaunched it. Did it change the language now? Oh, dear God. Okay, so there's only, I guess, in Japanese, Chinese, or Korean. It's gonna have to reboot itself again. Sorry about that. I didn't know I had to do that. Audio. If it's too loud or something like that, please let me know. Okay, subtitles. Auto scroll off. Subtitle speed. We'll leave that normal. License agreement. Records. Oh. Records 00 gallery 1. 2D. Ooh, open the book. Gallery. Music? I guess we just have one music. Yeah, probably the beginning music, Beyond the Times. Alright. Alright, it's time. Enough messing around. It's time to hop into the game. I really like this music. But I've always loved that holier than thou opera music. I don't know, it really immerses you into the power that's going on. Okay. The Legend of Runersia, main mode. Choose one of the 6 powers and reclaim the pages of The Legend of Runersia as you aim to unify the land. Okay. Things might be a little loud. I'm going to go ahead and turn things just a little bit down. I'm sorry. Let me go if it's too quiet. I'm just always worried it's too loud. Alternate chapter, challenge mode. Unlocked after clearing the Legend of Runersia. Training. Learn about the basics of gameplay like troop movement or invading enemy bases. Basic battle rules and controls. Should I do training mode first? It probably wouldn't hurt because we are doing offline play testing, so it probably wouldn't hurt to do training. We'll do training. Introduction, control movement, organize and evade, battle basics, combat strategies, quest rewards, and tips for class changes. I have actually no information about this. Is this like a strategy game? I honestly don't know. Introduction. Okay. The main mode is where you select the nation's power to play while you unify Runersia by occupying all the bases on the map. This is not at all what I thought this game was. Other nations are also trying to conquer Runersia as well. Be sure to monitor the map and carefully as you guide your nation. If all your nation's bases are lost, then it's game over. Okay, this is not at all what I thought this game was. Gameplay is divided into organization phases, where preparations are made, and the attack phase, where invasions occur. One season consists of one organized phase and one attack phase. The organized phase is where you prepare for battle by summoning monsters, organizing your troops, and positioning them at bases for invasions or defenses. A horse icon at the top left of the map screen indicates you are on the organization phase. Interesting. During the attack phase, troops units will battle to control bases. Other enemy nations will also fight each other during this phase. Is this kind of like a board game? Defeat the enemy nation in direct combat to occupy their base. If there is no knights in the target's base, you occupy the base immediately. This sounds like a board game. A sword icon on the top left of the map screen indicates you are in the attack phase. Are you sure you want to start the control movement tutorial? Do we want to do the tutorial? I don't know. I feel like it's kind of because if this is based, like I said, I think this is like a remake of the original game. If there is, okay. Organization phase, year 781, one season. Control movement. Welcome to the world of Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia. This tutorial will explain the controls while you play the game. Current tutorial sections are progress is indicated by the display above. Okay, so we're at step 0 of 13. This tutorial has a total of 13 sections. When action needs to be taken during the tutorial, the objective will be displayed here. Press X. Let's try it out. Press X. I pressed X. I pressed X, I didn't. Okay, I guess I gotta push it multiple times. Every completed objective contributes to your tutorial progress. Keep it up. Do I get a trophy for this? In this game, you select one of the 6 nations and to play as it unifies in this game, you select one of the 6 nations to play as and unify Runersia by occupying all the bases on the map. Each nation has bases within its territory. So is this not like a story mode, this game? It's just conquer and... this is not at all what I was expecting. If you invade an enemy's base, a battle begins on the battle map. Win this battle, and your nations will occupy that base. The battles are the heart of this game, but first you will have to position troops to adjust to the enemy's base in order to evade. Try moving a few Lawrence. First, let's review information about the base at Lanster, where troops are currently stationed. When the cursor is on a base, that base information is displayed at the bottom left of the screen. Pay close attention to the number of ruin knights and monsters stationed here. Okay, so I see 2 knights, 5 dragons, and I'm guessing the overall power is 7,752. Interesting. This is. I'm sorry, this is not at all what I was expecting this game to be. There are 2 ruin knights and 5 monsters stationed here. You can also see the total combat power of the troop at this base. See, it's basically like a freaking board game. While the cursor is still on the base, press X to open up the base menu. I did it! Now your objective is to move troops, so highlight move to the left stick or directional buttons and select it on the X button. Move. Alright. When the move command is selected, a list of all the troops stationed at the base will be displayed. Review the combat power of the troops displayed and move powerful troops over to fortify the base. He's on standby, huh? His power is 3,927 and the one below is 3,825. Well, damn! This guy I'm playing as right here is only level 5 and he has more power than that guy who's level 17 with like 3 other monsters. In this game, knights and monsters move together as a troop. Troops are made of ruin knights and that lead that leads a collection of monsters, while the monsters alone cannot be moved to another base. So the monsters are kind of like controlled. So basically like summoners, if you will. This time, we'll be moving Radino, the nation's ruler, and one of his foremost knights, Salazar. Press the L1 button to move all troops, or select more than one troop with the R1 button. For now, use R1 to select Rano and Salazar. Press X button to confirm your selection. The troops to be moved will be shown above. Next is use the directional buttons left or left stick to move the cursor to Lawrence and press the X button. Go this way! The order to send out your troops is complete. Let's check to see if the order has been given correctly. Close the base menu with the circle button, then move the cursor over to the Lawrence again. Look at me! Rano and Salazar have not started moving yet, but when a destination is active, an arrow will be pointed from the current location to it, with information available for you to check. As long as there is a pathway of your base leading to the destination, your troops will reach their destination base by the next phase, no matter how distant. Interesting, so you can just immediately teleport troops, huh? Good work. Now that you've given more move orders to your troops, it's time to look at the next phase. Press the touchpad button to end the organization phase and proceed to the next task phase. Are you sure you want to set the commands for organization phase and enter attack phase? Oh yeah! This is the attack phase. Any move orders given in the previous phase will be carried out now. Let's see if Radino and Salazar troops have arrived at Lawrence safely. The cursor is still on Lawrence, and since your order troops to move here is in the previous phase. Notice Radino and Salazar icons at the bottom right of the screen displays with the base information of Lawrence. Press X button to open the base menu. The base menu has different options during the attack phase. Select the attack command to invade enemy base. Note, however, the troops are recently moved from another base cannot be directed to attack an enemy base immediately. Oh, note, however, that troops recently moved from another base cannot be directed to attack an enemy base immediately. Interesting. Select the attack command to see the rules in effect. Like the move command, the attack command will show you which troops can be ordered to launch an attack. As Radino and Salazar troops were moved recently, their troops are darkened, indicating they cannot be ordered to attack. Press circle button twice to return to the main map for now. Interesting. Good work completing all the objectives in this tutorial. This tutorial focuses on troop movement. The next tutorial will explain how to attack enemy base. Oh yeah, look at us. Do you want to start the organize and invade tutorial? Sure. Interesting. This is not at all what I was expecting this game to be. Is that my science meter? My science is 216. Welcome to the world of Brigandine, the legend of Runersia. This tutorial will explain the controls while you play the game. In this tutorial, you will learn about troops organization and the steps necessary for an enemy base invasion. First, confirm that Radino and Salazar troops are stationed Lawrence. Next, check the base information for Warren, the target enemy base for your invasion. The key information to note here is the total combat power displayed above the target base. So I have 7,752 at Lawrence, and he has 6,335 at Warren. The total combat power indicates the sum of the combat power of all enemy troops stationed at that base. Generally, the base with the biggest number will have the advantage. Currently, your total combat power is higher than the enemy's, but let's increase this number to ensure victory. Specifically, we'll be adding monster to Radino's troops. Open the base menu with the X button. The objective this time is to organize your monsters. Select the troop command from the base menu and press X. Troops. Interesting. On the troop screen, there are a number of options to help you prepare for your invasion. As previously mentioned, monsters will be added to Rodano's troops. Select the units command. The units menu is where you organize monsters by adding or removing them from your troops. Take the unicorn from the standby menu. Oh, I got a unicorn that costs 40, huh? Standby menu and add it to the troop. But first, let's take a closer look at the two important parts of troop organization, magic pool and magic cost. Alright, let's start with a knight's magic cost. This number indicates the limit of the command magic pool of the monsters and ruin knight's troops. So like you can't exceed that magic pool, huh? Each knight's magic pool is different and increases with their level. Up to 6 monsters can be placed into a troop as long as their command magic cost does not exceed the total magic pool. Take a look at the combined magic cost of the monsters and of Rodano's troop. Notice that his magic pool is 215, but he is currently only using 155, so he has 60 remaining. Now let's look at the costs. Look at the magic cost. This refers to the magic cost units required to place a monster into a troop. Take a look at the unicorn in the standby menu. The magic cost of 40 is displayed below the icon. Since we already know Rodano has 60 left of his magic pool, the unicorn can be placed into his troop, as it only has a magic cost of 40. Looks like everything is in order. Now let's go ahead and place the unicorn into the troop. First, select the empty slot on Rodano's troop with the X button. Oh, we're doing all the learning now. The slot is now highlighted, which means that the slot is ready. Now we can select the monster to move. Use the directional buttons or left stick to select the unicorn and standby menu. Once unicorn has been selected, information will be displayed at the bottom of the screen. Let's see. Okay, interesting. Mobility 5. Most of the values here are stats like HP, MP, or attack, all of which can affect the unit's combat power. To get a basic idea of Unicorn's strength, look at the combat power, the CP. He has 490 combat power. Press the X button to place the Unicorn into the troop. There we go. Oh yeah. Unicorn is now in the troop. You can also use the same steps in reverse to move the Unicorn from the standby menu. With Unicorn and Rodano's troop, you can see that his troop combat power has gone up, while the magic pool available for use left has gone down. Press the circle button 3 times to return to the main map. This is a very deep tutorial, like telling me to push the circle button 3 times to get out of this. This legitimately feels like a board game right now. After adding monsters to troops, the next step is to invade an enemy's base. Press the touchpad button to end an organization phase and start the attack phase. Oh yeah. To battle! Let's give Rodano and Salazar troops orders to attack an enemy base of Warren. Remember that you can only attack an enemy base that is adjacent to the one of your own bases. Put the map cursor over Lawrence and press the X button to bring up the base menu. Select attack from the base menu. A window with the troops available for the invasion will appear. Now we need to select Rodano and Salazar. First, select Rodano's troops with the R1. With Rodano's troops selected, press R1 button again to select Salazar troops. Now both Rodano's and Salazar's troops are selected, press the X button to confirm your selection. Now select the enemy base to invade. The only base connected to Lawrence is Warren, so the target base has been auto-selected for you this time. Press X button to select the Warren base. When you give out the command to attack, an arrow points from the attacking base to the defending base, similar to a move command. Now you're ready to invade the enemy base. Good work completing all of the objectives in this tutorial. The tutorial is focused on troop organization and invading enemy bases. The next tutorial will explain combat. Tutorial completed! Do you want to start the basics of battles? Sure! Year 781, Season 1. Battle of Warren. Ooh, it's all epic and cinematic. Battle basics. Bring it on! I got monsters to command. Welcome to the world of Brigandine, the legend of Runersia. This tutorial will explain the controls while you play the game. Time to begin the best part of the game. Ooh, the best part. It's even saying it. Troop command combat. Win this battle to take possession of the base and move one step closer to conquering the continent. Generally speaking, you win a battle by driving away all the enemy troops or defeating the ruler. Knights will retreat wounded if their HP is reduced to 0, but monsters with no HP are destroyed. Interesting. When a knight retreats, all monsters and their troop retreat as well. Okay, so there could be advantages of destroying all the enemies than actually taking out the knight. But it's good if you would say if you are weaker and he's stronger and you can't really fight him on even ground, trying to attack the ruler to get them to retreat could be a very interesting strategy. When a ruler retreats, all other knights of that nation will also retreat and the battle ends. Oh, so it's just one. Interesting. All battles are turn-based. A turn ends once all troops on both sides have finished their actions. Knights with a higher level will act first. So the highest level acts first, huh? The knights' face icons on the right mark the action sequences. Invaders have a sword icon, defenders with a shield. A monster troop is marked with an A, B, or a C. Higher level knights act first. So there may be changes to the action sequence at the start of a turn if a knight gains a level during combat. Interesting. That's a way to take advantage of how it gets like your turn again. Interesting. Let's take a look at some combat commands. During a troop action, the HP bar of the knight and monster units in the troop will be highlighted in white. It's time for Scalazar's. I don't even know how to play this guy's name. Scalazar's troops action. So the icon of the units that can be performed in action are highlighted. The knight of a troop will have their HP bar adorned with a crown as they are the leader of the troop. When the HP of the leader drops to 0, all monsters in that troop will retreat. First, let's try moving Salazar. Select Salazar with the X button. Select Move from the menu and move him to the next hex indicated by the arrow. Ooh, Japanese. And we're gonna go here. Let's go! Oh, after moving, the skill and standby options are displayed so that you can select your next command. As enemy troops are still quite far away, select standby to end the unit's action. Alright, standby. Next, move the monsters and Salazar's troops to the spaces near him and put the monsters on standby as well. Oh, here. Next is the enemy troops action. The current action sequence of all troops on the battlefield can be viewed on the right of the screen. You can see that after the enemy troop completes their action, it will be Rodano's turn. Okay, that's interesting. Ooh, I like these monster designs. Now that it's Rodano's troops action, but first here's an explanation about the role of rulers on the battlefield. Ruler refers to the leader of a nation. If a ruler's HP drops to 0, that nation will lose the battle, even if there are still other allies left on the battlefield. Therefore, a ruler must stay out of the enemy's attack range. The opponents this time aren't very strong, however, so you can move him toward the front line. Repeat the process with all the monsters and Rodano's troops. After Rodano's troops action, all ally and enemy actions are complete. This marks the end of the first turn of the battle. Is that my unicorn? dragon right in the front, huh? Frost dragon. That's it for the basics of troop movement and controls during combat. Next, we will explain command range and try moving our units based on this new knowledge. First, let's take a look at the command range. Command range. The area in which a Ruined Knight leader is able to use their mana to give orders to the monsters and their troop. Hover the cursor over a unit and some colored hexagons around the commanding knight show up. These colored hexagons show the command range. If a monster moves beyond this range, their strength is reduced. Note, monsters outside the knight's command range are indicated by an icon. Terrain effect. The effect a terrain has on a unit can be used to give yourself an advantage in combat. Each battle map hexagons has its own terrain type. A unit's preferred terrain will affect their mobility, accuracy, and invasion. Terrain effect is shown at the bottom of the screen, and the left shows the current terrain effect, and the right shows the terrain effect after moving. Okay. Battle basics. As it is time for Salazar's troops action, move him closer to the enemy in order to attack. Move the monsters and Salazar's troop to spaces within his command range. Salazar's movement type is categorized as planes. This is the most common type of movement category among units. These units move well on flat terrain, but suffer a penalty in accuracy and evasion on other terrain. Always check the terrain when moving your units. Also, though, these units can walk further distances. Beware of moving units too far forward, as they may become surrounded by enemies. Monsters with the wings, such as a Smarga, are categorized as sky. Because these units fly, they have no issues moving around on any terrain. However, that also means they have no preferred terrain. Keep in mind that they are weak against units that use bows, such as centaurs or hunters. Monsters like the Gagas that have an advantage on mountain terrain are categorized as mountain. These units gain accuracy and evasion boosts on mountain terrain. However, these stats will decrease when fighting on forest or watery terrain. Monsters like the High Lizard Man that have an advantage on watery terrain are categorized as swamp. These units gain accuracy and evasion boosts on watery terrain. However, these stats will decrease when fighting on rocky or forest terrain. There are units with other terrain types as well, so be sure to check during battle. Ah! My dragon! Now, the battle will begin in earnest. Use an ally's troop to attack the enemy. Okay, let's see here. Brigandine is in a position to use spells to attack. Although spells cost MP, there's no fear of being countered, and spells generally have a 100% hit rate. However, spells cannot be used after a unit has just moved. To use a spell, select Brigandine and choose the Frost spell from the magic menu. Magic. Let's see, Frost. Interesting. Did they display like weaknesses? I see, like he has a purple, so I'm assuming that's like dark. See, it's dark. I'm assuming green would be earth. Interesting. The unicorn is in position to use a healing spell. Healing spells consume MP to recover HP or heal status conditions, like tech spells. They cannot be used after a unit has been moved. To use a spell, select a unicorn and choose the heal spell from the menu. Heal. If a unit is adjacent to an enemy after moving, they may attack by selecting a skill from the skills menu. Move the Waverian and the selected skill to attack the enemy. Tail Whip, normal attack, deals a moderate damage to a single adjacent enemy. Before the attacking, always check the battle forecast panel. From left to right, you can see the values that represent the critical rate, accuracy, and power of the attack. So he has a 10% critical rate, accuracy 100, and power is 104, down 102. Interesting. Critical rate shows the chance of landing a critical blow. Accuracy is the probability of the skill actually connecting, and power refers to the damage the attack will deal. Similarly, a forecast above how much a counter damage the enemy will deal is displayed together with other stats as well. Excuse me, sorry. The unit's HP display will show how much HP is expected to remain should the opposing unit land their attack. Now press X button to execute. So you can see in the top right corner, forest beats water, or ice, or whatever. Blue beats red, and red beats green. Then vice versa for purple and white. Ooh. How much life does he have left? Good work completing all the objectives in this tutorial. This tutorial focused on basics of combat. The next tutorial will explain combat strategies that were not covered in this tutorial. Yes, we will proceed. Might as well just finish it all up. Like a good little boy. Combat strategies. Teach me, Sensei. Teach me. Ooh. Welcome to the world of Brigandine, the legend of Runersia. This tutorial will explain the controls while you play the game. In this tutorial, you'll learn about the various factors that affect the outcome of a battle. Units and skills and spells. Units can use skills and spells during battle. From the actions menu, select skill or spell to see the list of skills or spells a unit can use. This list will show information such as range, power, and elements. Skills or spells that cannot be used after moving are designed by the footprint icon. Interesting. Skills and spell stats. Skills and spells have stats such as power, accuracy, and MP consumed. Element. The power of a skill or spell depends on the units that target's element. Range is of a skill or spell. Range of a skill or spell. Ground or sky. Accuracy against ground or flying units. The arrow down, ineffective. Arrow up means effective. Star means guaranteed hit. Counterattack. Use the skill or spell and up. Okay. Guaranteed hit. Counterattack. Interesting. Use this skill or spell. Okay. Up, enemy will encounter. X, enemy won't encounter. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, I get it now. Counter, use if somebody can counter it. Okay. I don't know why that took me a minute to process that. There are a few ways to launch an attack that depends on the classes of the units on the battlefield. Let's learn about the properties of some skills and spells. Okay. Move Grondo's street. Grondo is the general of Narzalo. His brave feats are rooted in his deep loyalty to the royal family. This hero has protected the kingdom for many years. Grondo's paladin class means that he has a lot of physical attacks and strong defense capability. He is best suited for the vanguard on the battlefield. I'll send you out there, boy. Oh, I can move past. Oh, that's right. The blue means his, like, aura of his summons. Ooh, a Pegasus. Cyclops. June is a high priestess of the Nazaleo kingdom. Everyone in Runersia has heard of this grand witch. Her class is saint. She's a saint and she's a witch. Which focuses on range healing and magic attacks, making her better suited for the rear guard position. Monsters also have vanguard and rear guard roles, like Grottos and June. The best troop is one that is well balanced, and thus ready for anything. Centaur, huh? But he's got range, so I wouldn't put him too close to the front. Ooh, look at that Goblin Knight! Look at that little guy. Oof. I was gonna say, he's an archer. You shouldn't really put him up front like that. He's getting wailed on. Oof. Beat the shit out of him. Oof. Oh, he missed. I was gonna say, he's a paladin. He's gonna mess him up. Oh, he has Rugged too. Interesting. Goes troop action. Now the battle will begin in earnest. All units move around and gather in one place. Effects like Zone of Control, ZOC, and Enclosure may trigger. Let's see what those effects do. Okay. ZOC, Zone of Control. A unit ZOC consists of 6 hexagons around them. This area affects the unit's mobility. Okay. Enemies. Right through. Yeah, I can see because he's running right across people. Interesting. You cannot move through an enemy unit's 6 hex zone of control. This allows for various zone of control strategies, such as placing units to restrict enemy movement, protecting your rear guard, or keeping the units in critical conditions out of harm's way. Enclosure. This effect is activated when you overlap all 6 hexagons of an enemy unit's zone of control with ally zone of control. So basically, you completely cover up all of his hexagons with negative, basically, with other like factions and stuff like that, or royal guards and knights and stuff. Try to overlap zonal controls as you move. Yeah, so that way you're like stifling their energy source, if you will, blocking their mana. When you see a chain icon on a space within your movement range, moving a unit there will activate an enclosure. Enclosure enemies are marked with a chain, and this has an effect on accuracy and critical rates. So it's very vital to like block them up. Skills and magic can be target single units or all units within a given range, and have different effects such as dealing damage, healing, or boosting stats. Grottos knows Iron Aura, a skill that boosts his defense. Activate it now to prepare for the upcoming battle. Shouldn't you have done that ahead of time? Increases your defense for a limited number of turns. Well, how many turns? For example, the Pegasus Halo spell guarantees that an ally's next attack will hit and increases the experience gain that action. Ooh. This can be great for units with low accuracy such as a Cyclops. However, the Pegasus doesn't fare well in direct combat, so place it safely out of reach in General Crotto's rear guard. Halo. Can I just do it to myself, or can I cast it on someone? Okay. Okay. I didn't know if it had like an aura of effect. Range attacks can hit several enemies units at once. For example, one example of this is Breath, which can be used by dragons and elementals. Breath-like attacks have different attributes, such as attacking in a straight line or damaging everything in a 1 hex radius. They also cannot be countered, though they will do damage to allies as well. Yeah. Now move the white elemental, select Holy Shot from its skill list, and then press X button to attack. Okay, let's see here. Well, that would hit there. Yeah. Holy Shot. Ooh. Magic is the most effective way to target multiple foes. Most magic attacks are guaranteed to hit, making them a very reliable option. Magic may target units around the caster or everything around a given point on the map. Some affect all units equally, while others, like Holy Ward, will only target enemies. Next, let's use the Archangel's Holy Ward spell so that you can observe a wide range and incredible power of this spell. Ooh, you're gonna show me the good shit now, huh? So it just hits everything, huh? Ooh, that is powerful. Status conditions can play a large part in turning a tide of battle. Certain skills, like magic or even regular attacks, have a chance of inflicting a status condition. Status conditions include Faint, Poison, Paralyze, Petrify, and Charm. Besides this Cyclops, Goblin Knight and enemy Mydrake units on this battlefield can inflict these status conditions. If units get afflicted with a status condition, use Jitsu's magical spell to restore them to normal. Status conditions. Some skills and spells can affect a unit's status or status condition. Status conditions like Petrify and Poison persist from the moment they are cast. Others, like Faint and Paralyze, recover after a set amount of turns. Some, like Petrify, can only be cured with the Cure spell. Status conditions are displayed above the HP bar and the unit's info. Attack with heavy impact. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, you hit me. Oof. Let's talk about healing multiple units. June knows Area Heal, a spell that restores the HP of all units within a certain range. We're going to heal the ally units that just received damage while fighting the enemy. Area Heal. Let's try the Holy Dragon's ranged attack. Keep in mind, however, that this Dragon's Breath skill and spells can't be used right after the unit has moved. Now use the directional button to choose an area with the allies, then attack the X. Holy Breath. Well, he's about to die. We might just go this way. And it should be weak against his Holy Breath. He should be weak against it. He is an undead zombie after all. Range attacks can strike enemies from a distance. Hunter classes and Centaurus monsters are skilled in these techniques. Range attacks are hard to counter, which makes them great guarantees some easy damage. However, depending on the unit you target, they may counter with a range attack of their own. The High Centaur and Goblin Knight in your troop can use range attacks. Try distancing yourself from the enemy, and then attack with the High Centaur. Killer Shot. Oh, sure. He's close to dying. It's always good to try to weed them out, like kill once, get them all killed out. Now let's try out the Goblin Knight's range attack. This skill also has a chance of inflicting Paralyze on on the top of the dealing damage. The skill can be used right after the unit has moved, so select the Despair Wave from the unit skill list below. It's Despair Wave, yeah. You. No, I missed! You missed, you little no good, little grumbly little.
Yeah.
Numbing bite, huh? Plague Slash. Ooh, getting close. Ah! Fuck him up. Knights and monsters also possess abilities. You can view a unit's ability from the stats screen. Let's take a look at Grotto's abilities as example. Shield Block S reduces damage by 25% when activated, and HP Recover B recovers 3% of the unit's max HP every turn. When a knight changes class, they may keep their old abilities, or they may be upgraded into more powerful abilities. Go ahead and battle on your own now. Units in the same troop can take action in any order you like. Use the knowledge you've gained to secure victory. Alright, so you're taking the guardrails away, huh? Okay. Okay, see that. Hey, so I should be able to use you, right? Interesting. Why can't I use... Oh, he's paralyzed. That's right. So it would be best idea to go ahead and heal. Yeah. Take care of my boy over there. And then we got our Cyclops. Let's see. We have accuracy of 64%. But ooh, boy, but can I retract? Okay, I can retract my entire movement. Because his counter is gonna mess me up. Like I see. The normal powers would be 134, but she's got an increase of 160. Because, I don't know why it's so high up. That'd just be bad. That's gonna guarantee to probably kill my Cyclops. Yeah, he has reduced. Okay, there we go. But accuracy went down a little bit because maybe because I'm in the forest area. I'm just learning now because I'm actually playing now. Yeah, because that's the meadow. Which I could move here. That's probably a better area. Judgment. Deals massive damage to a single adjacent enemy unit. Power. MP. Judgment! Go ahead and heal you. Additional information regarding controls during battle. Use the L1 or R1 button to switch between available units, so you can also use the directional button to select hex spaces. Adjusting the camera during battle, use the right stick to change the camera angle and distance. You can also press R3 button to switch to a top-down view. Interesting. If you are having trouble distinguishing between enemies and allies, pressing the L2 button will make ally units stand out. Take advantage of these controls to dominate the battlefield. Interesting. Okay. Full on top down, huh? Okay. Veil. Covers a single unit within a hex radius and Veil that will inflict nullifying all damage and effects for the next magic attack received. Interesting. Retreat, huh? Wonder if I should just go ahead and aura heal again. Probably be the best thing to do. Get them all recovered. Sorry guys, I'm like really into it now. These are just the games I love. I love strategy games. I love planning out my tactics and stuff. Remember, I grew up playing Final Fantasy Tactics, for crying out loud. Judgment Fury. Defense skill. Oof. Missed. Gosh darn it, you little gobble little shit. I think I'm probably gonna die. I was gonna say, it's getting messed up. I thought about taking it, but I was seeing if I could take out the ruler, if you call it, or the knight, to see if I could secure victory more easily. Holy slash. Deals massive damage, yeah. Get out of here. Then poof, they should all disappear. Wayland failed to escape. Oh, they failed to escape. Interesting. Bonus 100, 200 XP. Capture. Oh, I can capture them. Now that's interesting. Congratulations for a battle well won. Now you can occupy this base and make it your own. Your strengthened knights and monsters are sure to put up an even more of a fight in the next battle. Think carefully about the strategy that works best for the situation, such as defeating a knight so that the monster troops are forced to retreat. Reward waits after a successful battle, and all units left standing on the battlefield map will also gain experience. If there are enemy monsters on the map that didn't manage to flee in time, you can capture them and add them to your own troops. Good work completing all the objectives in this tutorial. This tutorial is focused on combat strategies. The next tutorial will explain quests. Proceed to the next thing. Alright, this is not at all what I thought this game was going to be. I had no idea what this game was. Organization phase. Welcome to the world of Brigandine, the legend of Runersia. This tutorial will explain the controls while you play the game. In this tutorial you will learn about quests, as they are a great way to level up your knights and monsters. First, select quests from the base menu. There are two categories for quests: exploration quests for obtaining items or monsters, and training quests for earning experience. Exploration quests acquire items, equipment, or monsters on these quests. Success and drop rates will vary depending on the dispatched knight's level and class. Training quests requires experience for the knights and monsters and the dispatched troop. Quests are divided into exploration and training categories. Choose one of the troops stationed at your base and select Dispatch to begin. Select the destination from the list on the right to view available exploration quest locations. Depending on your current base, different quests with different rewards may be available. Destinations with higher outlooks have a better chance of viewing at rare rewards. The flashing Ruin Knight icon, indicates that there is a Ruin Knight located here. You may be able to recruit them if you encounter them on a quest. Interesting. Now try to dispatch a troop in exploration quest. Note, you can't dispatch the ruler Romano on exploration quest. Select a troop with the X button and choose a location from the available destinations, and press the X button again to reconfirm. A quest's outlook will change depending on the knight's level and class, and the higher the outlook, the better reward your knight can find during a quest. Let's see, that's low, that's just even. She's very low. She has higher chance. So she has higher chance because of her level, but lower chance due to her class. Interesting. That's very informative and nice. I do like that. You've now dispatched one of your knights to the Telum Valley. Brandon has good capability with the plains of Deza. Try dispatching him there. Yeah, because he's class. Well, he was terrible here, but he has better class here. Go on the quest. The last troop on this list is at low level, so it's best to send troops like this on training quests to help them to get stronger. Training quests lets knights and monsters gain experience in a safe environment. Quests like this are ideal for monsters you've recently summoned, as those monsters may not be very battle ready yet. Let's give it a try. Select Pick's troop and send them to the training ground. Go out there and go fight some people. Go rough up some people. All your troops are now dispatched until the end of the current season. There are a few other things you should be aware of when it comes to dispatching troops on quests. Troops away on quests will be absent from their base during the attack phase. This means they will be unable to fend off enemy attacks or evade enemy bases. Press the circle button twice to return to the main map and advance to the season to view the results of the quest. Press the touchpad button to end the organization phase and the attack phase. This will also include one season. Attack phase. And then we end it. Season 1 complete. Ooh, look at the loot! Gimme, gimme, gimme! Okay, we got equipable classes. Interesting. Effects. Holy Thunderbow. 2 stars. Dude! Oh, that tells you the results screen shows the rewards acquired this season. They may include items or equipment, all of which have their own rarity rating from 1 star to 3 stars. Monsters may also be recruited to join your forces at the end of a quest. Interesting. Training quests will display experience gained, EXP, instead of items, and Ruined Knights or monsters that gain necessary EXP will immediately level up. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, I didn't know you were on there. A new knight has been recruited. When you encounter a Ruined Knight during a quest, they will be recruited as a new knight. Knights are essential for expanding and defending your territory. Take advantage of quests with the Ruined Knight icon to be proactive in dispatching troops for these quests. My name is Shinfin. Shofin. My name is Shofin. I will gladly risk my life to save everyone else's. No, but it's important you stay alive too. We don't need a martyr around here. I need a living. I need you alive for the good, for the greater good. Good work completing all the objectives in this tutorial. This tutorial is focused on quests. The next tutorial will cover how to change the class of your knights and monsters. I'm really into this right now. Tips for class changes. Welcome to the world of Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia. This tutorial will explain the controls while you play the game. This tutorial will cover how to change a unit's class. First, select the class from the menu. Class. Each unit has a class, their job, or species. You could just change species, huh? Gain experience through battles or quests to raise a unit's level. If the unit is a knight, the proficiency tier will also increase. Units can change classes after fulfilling conditions such as reaching a certain level or proficiency tier, raising certain stats, or obtaining a specific item. There are 6 proficiency tiers. A unit's proficiency tier increases by 1 for each level a unit gains. Reaching tier 5, Master will allow a unit to carry over certain spells and abilities when changing their class. So 0, 4, they're still on the way, and then 5, they've mastered. Spells and abilities that can be carried over have a master icon that will change color once the unit reaches the max proficiency tier. Interesting. Select a unit and on the class. Man, how in depth are we going with this game? Like, what? I'm just doing the tutorial. Like, what do we gotta expect later? Select the unit on the class screen to see their current class and a hierarchy of the future classes. Classes cannot be reverted to a lower class in the same class type, but changing to a new type will allow a unit to start from the lowest class in that type. Interesting. Note, units returning to a class type will continue from wherever their tier was before changing classes. Note, some class types split into 2 paths. In this case, you can only choose one path. Fight type, up. Okay, Knight, Paladin, Berserker. You cannot change to a class that is lower than your current class. You cannot change to your current class. The level up icon indicates you can change your class. Select the Paladin as your new class and the class change can be done once you confirm. A lock icon displayed if you are unable to change class with the conditions you will still need to meet grayed out. In this case, your proficiency is inefficient. Next, we will try to changing a Ruined Knight's class. Select Salazar's to begin. When a knight upgrades to a new class, they can carry over their current proficiencies. Changing to a different class type may require that certain conditions be met first. Some classes have different progressions paths for male and female units. Let's take a look at how to change to a different class type. Select Mage type from the list here. Let's be a mage. You can compare different classes stats before making a change. In this case, the current class Knight is on the left and the new class Mage is on the right. Stats that are higher than your current class will be displayed in green, while lower stats will be displayed in red. Press R1 button twice to switch between the Magic tab. This screen shows the different magic techniques each class can learn. Note the heal skill in blue has the master icon next to it. So if he masters it, he will learn permanently heal. Skills like this, which have reached their maximum proficiency, can be carried over to a new class. Skills that haven't been mastered yet will be grayed out to show they cannot be carried over. Proficiency is a stat exclusive to knights. Proficiency is a stat exclusive to knights and increased by 1 every time they level up. A skill is mastered once it reaches a proficiency tier of 5. Mastered abilities and magics can be carried over to a new class when changing classes. Use this to your advantage to make your knights more powerful than ever. Now try changing this unit class to a mage. Note, at proficiency tier 5, spells and some skills can be carried over. Are you sure you want to change class? Sure. The unit's class has now been changed. Switching to a new class type is a great way to acquire new skills to make your troops more versatile. Be aware that once you have upgraded to a new class, you cannot return to the lower ranking versions of the same class. Monsters can also change their class. Press the circle button twice to return to the troop screen. Monsters capable of changing class will have up displayed on their icon. Most monsters will gain access to a new class after reaching a certain level. Others may require specific items to unlock their new classes. Let's take a look at how to change the monster's unit class. Select the Imp to begin. Gremlin, huh? The process is largely the same for monsters as it is for knights. Select the Gremlin class to change into. Monsters can only upgrade to a new version of their current class. Like with knights, you can compare stats first with the current class displayed on the left, and a new class on the right. Changing to a higher class means better stats and combat power. However, more experience will be required to reach each new level. Changing classes can also increase a monster's magic cost and upkeep mana, so keep an eye on your magic pool and mana reserves now. Now, press R1 button to view the monster's magic. Changing from an imp to a gremlin will give this unit access to new spells. Different monsters learn different spells and abilities to experiment. So experiment and bring out your monster's best qualities. React is one of the gremlin's best skills. It can give a unit 2 actions in the same turn. Now try changing this monster's class. Good work completing all the objectives in this tutorial. Changing unit class is a great and exciting way to see the results of your troops, training, and hard work throughout many battles. This concludes the final tutorial. All tutorials can be replayed at any time. Feel free to go through them again if you need a refresher on this information. Tips for classes. No trophy? No trophy! No! Oh boy, we finished it. We did it, guys. We graduated. Hooray! Pop! Pop, 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 pop. This is not at all what I thought this game was. Sorry, I was getting a little bit of a cool drink. Alternate chapter, huh? Okay. Now we're in it to win it, you guys. We're finally playing the game. After an hour of streaming, we're finally playing the game. But I feel that tutorial was very important. I do give credit. That was a very detailed and elaborate tutorial. This is our home, the land of Runersia. Take a good look, visitor of this world. I'm looking. I see a sword. Since long ago, this land has been blessed with a never-ending shower of mana. This mana is a mysterious power given to a man by the Ruin God. As mankind collected more and more mana, so too did their ability. I didn't see it change, sorry. They gained profound knowledge, wielded swords with strength far superior to men. Sorry, I missed that part. I didn't see it change. And used diverse magic that could be called upon at will. Eventually, they gained the ability to summon ancient monsters that would obey their every command. Over time, these warriors came to be known as Ruin Knights. Before long, it was as if Ruin Knights had been left by the power of mana and their quest for greatness. They expanded their armies with swords, knowledge, and magic. And even fought rival Ruin Knights when necessary. Many nations rose to power, and many nations crumbled to dust. As so, history seemed doomed to repeat itself. But for the Ruin Knights, all that mattered were the 5 Brigandines. Each armor piece or accessory had embedded within it one of the 5 mana stones gifted to man by the Ruin God. A Ruin Knight who wore a Brigandine was gifted with power that far exceeded the power of any other knights. The wars waged on throughout the land were faithfully recorded in the legend of Runersia, and the knowledge we gained through war led us to record the great truths that we found. However, while waiting for one of the true Ruin Knights that would unite the land, The book was lost to the flames of war. Take good look, visitor of this world. There are 5 Brigandines scattered across Runersia: justice, serenity, freedom, glory, and ego. You can choose to bear the crest of a Brigandine or not. As to start down one of the 6 paths to total conquest. As you gain control of each territory. Perhaps even the lost pages of the Legend of Runersia will return. Unify the land by killing everyone else, because we cannot have other people, and learn the truth of what transpired here in Runersia. Oh boy. Runersia. Year 781. 5 nations and 1 tribe plagued the land of Runersia into a new era of chaos. 6 rulers and their ruined knights threw themselves into the flames of war, each with their own hopes and expectations. I read that quicker because I didn't know if that was going to disappear. Okay. Change nation. You're not going to give me information about the nation? Ooh. Be a princess. Oh, what was this one? Norzelio Kingdom. Republic of Gomorrah. Shinobi tribe. Shinobi tribe. Holy Gustav Empire. Ooh. Mana Silesia Trakrasi. United Islands of Moravia. Interesting. Who do I want to play as? I don't know. Parts of me just wants to play this one because it's green. It's like, oh, I'm very green, so I might as well just keep with that. But I generally never, as much as I love the color green, I've never really cared for like the druid class, which I have a feeling this is like very druid, which has me worried. I've never cared too much for like that class. I don't know. I kind of like the United Islands of Moravia. It kind of reminds me of Japan, or like the Philippines or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of hard. With no information. We're going to be the islands of Moravia. Okay, so I get information now. Ruler Stelia Hammett. Okay, she is a descendant of the legendary pirate Captain Hammett. The war has stirred up the wild pirate blood of the people of Moravia. Stella decides to set off to conquer the Runersia with the Brigandine of Ego. Ego. Decisive and spontaneous. She decides it would be best to strike anyone else has a chance. Her actions are straightforward and direct. Bases 7, total knights 14, mana reserves 727, total monsters 39. Okay, we'll just read them all. Rodano. He is the keeper of the Brigandine of Justice and heir to the throne of the Nazarleo. Rodano's empathy for others and kind heart makes him loved by the people. He also possesses the strength of character to always do what is right. With the flames of war threatening to destroy his nation, Rodano IV steps into the battlefield to fight in the name of justice. Oh, so you think you're just the better person in this, huh? Elsa Luzia. She is the daughter of Alda Luzia, the bedridden 15th president of the Republic of Galilia. The sword of Angus awakens upon realizing the danger the country has faces and tasks her with a life-changing mission. Previously a ballerina performer with a secret identity, she must now accept her fate to to don the Brigandine and glory and perform on the stage of battle. Interesting. Talia. The shinobi tribe is ruled by women who reside in a fortified village deep in the mountains and valleys of the former Hazama nation. Their heirloom, the Brigandine of Freedom, represents the freedom these women have longed for. Talia, the daughter of Chief Mother Della, fights for the future of the tribe. A future that won't be threatened by the wars of other nations. Interesting. Tim Gustav. He is the 13th emperor of the Holy Gustav Empire. Their land is barren and ridiculed by their neighbors. They have no Brigandine. And they have no Brigandine. Nevertheless, the empire survived through strong family ties and spirits of rebellion, which Tim calls the beautiful blood of the family. Tim aims to conquer Runersia and vindicate the name of the blood of his family. So they don't have any special. They don't start with any special thing, huh? Rodo Makaro. He is the legitimate son of Ramanavo, the holy sovereign of the Mana Slayatia theocracy. Long ago, the Manastone 30 years war between the Republic of Gomoria Hoyana sect and the Theocracy Azia sect created a deep rift in the ruined faith. Rondo now dons the Brigandine of Sanity in order to bring all Runersia under the rule of the Zealous Act. I don't know. I don't really like any of these people. I don't know. Now, he's clearly like the main character. Should I be like the women power? You know, like, yeah! Women power! Woo! Fight for women's rights! Freedom! Yeah, because it's a fortified village. The shinobi tribe is ruled by women who reside in a fortified village deep within the mountains and valleys of the former Hazama nation. Their heirlooms, the Brigandine of Freedom, represents the freedom these women have longed for. I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to play this one. You know, like, woo! Fight for women! Woo! You know what? Sure. You know what? I'm on her side. I like the cut of their jib. Shinobi tribe. Suitable for beginners. Oh, okay, that gives me some more information. Oh, this is the difficulty. I thought he was telling me this class is best for... Okay. Sorry. Easy. Suitable for beginners. Enemy AI normal. Limit none. Oh, excuse me. Average difficulty. Enemy AI intelligent. Limit 5 years. 120 seasons. I don't like time limits. For advanced players. Divine. AI limit 2.5 years. 60 seasons. 120 seasons. Customize various settings. Let's see what the customization. Base difficulty. I'm sure I don't get no trophies if I mess with this. Because I wouldn't mind like having hard but no time limit. I've never liked time limit. Because I would like to play it on normal, but I don't want time limit. I'm kind of torn. I want to play a custom, but I want to check if the game unlocks trophies. To customize various settings. I just don't know if this disables trophies. I would imagine it does. Usually it does. I'm glad this has this. I do like custom difficulties. But suitable for beginners. I am technically a beginner, so for the sake of this, just to learn the game, to see if it all works and try it out and everything like that, we'll probably just play it on easy, just so we can have no limit. We can see the full flesh of the game and everything like that. Now, granted, enemy AI is on normal difficulty, so they probably won't be the smartest. So that's something to take consideration. So we're going to go ahead and do easy, because I'm just not a fan of time limits. If I could, I would play it on custom difficulty, probably bump the enemy AI to normal, or at least, yeah, normal difficulty with no time limit. How much time limit can we set? So you can just have one of the two others. You can't just make a full... You can only have one of the two. See, that's what I would probably do. I would probably set, like, CPU defense, AI. Okay. I would just turn off time limit for the player to unify the continent. Alright, we'll probably just go with easy. I'm sure that's going to bug some people, but... Shinobi Tribe, easy. Starting the game with Tesla. Are you sure? Yes. Bible winning! Woo! Guide will play when you take an action for the first time. This can be configured to be skipped in advance. Skip this guide? Well, what do you mean by guide? Do you mean doing the tutorial again? Or just simple little guides? Guide will play when you take an action for the first time. This can be configured to be skipped in advance. Skip this guide? No. For now, we're gonna go with no, because we're gonna see. Deep in the mountains and valleys of the former Hazium nation lies the fortified and all-female village of the Shinobi tribe. So there's not a single male here? There's not a single man. Well, how is this nation going to survive? Do you just will children into existence? This is very fascinating. Long ago, these women used their own form of witchcraft, known as shinobi magic, to drive away any and all men. Begone, males! You're not welcome here anymore! So, in order to continue the legacy of the village, once a woman turns 18, she is able to bathe in the spring of the Ivory Dragon. Okay? Now listen here. You say she is able to bathe in the spring of an Ivory Dragon? It sounds like she just swimming in dragon cum. Is that what she's doing? She's just swimming in dragon cum. It is by soaking in its water that the women of the Shinobi tribe are blessed with children. I tell you, women, that's not water. That's not water. Yes, you are very blessed with children from the dragon. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I was not ready for the... Imagining women jumping in this cliff, this big old pond of white water. It's like, oh, this water gives us children. Oh, it's magical. But remember, it's not a pedo dragon because he demands them to be 18 first. So he's a very respectful dragon. He's not a pedophile dragon. This can't be real. But on this day, Telia and Raya were present to give witness to the birth of a friend's child. Oh my god, that nearly killed me. Just a little more, Meg. You can do this. You're certain to have a strong baby girl. I'll teach her all there is to know of our craft. careful, Ria. She may not want to come out if she hears that you'll be her teacher. Oh, come now. Aren't I the reason why everyone calls you the best shinobi in the village now? Yes. Well, you're also the reason that I still have the scars as a testament to my training. It has been quite the labor, but the baby should be here any moment. Yes, but she does seem to be in a lot of pain. Perhaps it would be best for her to sleep for a while. What? Hazama, Hazam. Shinaki Medessa was a master of shinobi magic. Oh my god, I am legitimately lightheaded from that. That was fucking hilarious. As she brought her hands together to form several seals, a gentle wave of energy began to radiate, and in an instant, the pregnant Meg was asleep. Meg. Shut up, Meg. The spell has made young Tesla feel slightly uncomfortable, as if she had the feeling that it was not entirely benign. Medessa, what was that for? Calm yourself, Tesla. Tella, this is your first time assisting with a birth, correct? Yes, but I don't understand. Oh dear. It's a boy, isn't it? Oh my goodness, wait, what? Did she just kill a boy? A boy? But how do you even know? The baby hasn't even been... Talia, my mother just knows. Right, mother? After nodding sadly to her daughter Ria, Medea moved from Meg's side carrying a healthy baby. So she put the mother to sleep because she birthed a baby boy. It was indeed a boy. No, it can't be. Talia, as the daughter of Chief Mother Della, you know the rules better than anyone. Yes, males are not permitted to live in this village, and so if a male is born to one of us, he must be separated from his mother at once and sent to fosterage. It is our way, Talia. Take the child to the edge of the forest before Meg awakens. Meg was so excited about becoming a mother. Wow, that's horrid. For the women living within the fortified village, it was a cruel law. But it was also indication of how little the women felt they could trust males. In order to earn foreign currency, the women of the shinobi village used their expertise in shinobi magic to work in other nations as guards or intelligent operatives. On this particular day in Ze, the capital city of Mana Cilicia, Tella was on guard duty with Rhea, whom she looked up to like a sister. Even this late in the day, the Mana Spring sure is busy, so many people. At this rate, I won't be able to go out at all tonight, and I was having such a good time with young male from the tavern last night too. Ha! Rhea, you better be more careful. What if the chief mother or Medessa found out about what you've been doing? Oh, pooh, don't spoil what little fun I get to have outside the fortress village. You really should give males a try too, Tala. They're a lot more fun than going to the silly spring, that's for sure. Oh, ew! I think that's enough, Rhea. Would you silly shinobi be quiet? That's quite rude of you, mister. And from the looks of it, you seem to be a fellow hired hand, huh? Let me guess, you're one of those Hazam males, right? Oh, you have a problem with Hazam? Indeed. I'm afraid I have to pass when it comes to males from Hazm, no matter how good-looking they may be. Just as well that I feel the same way about you lot then. Come again? Alright, Rhea, just give it a rest. Oh, is that Loki? What we have here, the ladies of the Shinobi Village. I do hope Sid here hasn't said anything too untoward to you. Besides his untoward language, his behavior when it comes to women is truly appealing. Isn't that right, Talia? Talia, you must be the daughter of Chief Mother Della. Oh yes, I am. Are you acquaintances of my mother's? No. I'm actually the leader of these mercenaries. You may call me Joes. And, as you can probably tell, I've also worked as a scout for some time now. And I wouldn't be very good scout if I were unfamiliar with the leader of the Shinobi village. Suddenly, the sound of an explosion rang through the night from behind the tower of the General Za Memorial. What was that? It's the Gustavons. It can't be. But Sid was off without another moment's hesitation. As expected of the man with instincts so sharp, he'd be given the nickname the Wolf. Though these instincts, he had already gained information on the Gustavon spies that had been smuggling explosives into the country. Come, Talia. We can't let that Hazm male show us up now, can we? Rhea was more than eager to prove herself to that Hazm man. But that would prove to be her undoing. That night would be the last that Tella saw Rhea alive. Rhea. Let go of me! No! Because the code of the Shinobi tribe stated that if captured by the enemy, the women... What? I didn't get to finish it! Did she just self-destruct herself because she got captured by a man? I'm sorry. I was about to say... The word that rhymes with grape, whistle, is the self-destruct. I'm sorry, that was horrible. I'm sorry, that was bad. You wish to raise an army, Tala? What is the meaning of this? Chief Mother, oh Mother, this land of Runersia is in a state of unrest. Tensions between the Za sect and the Mana Cilicia and the Hamana sect and Golomia are near breaking point. King Robano III of Nuzleo is dead. Oh. Okay. And oh, that's right, because you played the prince. And now the Gustav have marched into their territory. And then that attack by the Gustavans. If only they hadn't. I know. Rhea would still be with us today. Mother, if we continue to turn a blind eye and land our people to whims of these countries, it is inevitable that they will lose more good women like Rhea. Talia, even if you are her flesh and blood, you will watch your tone when speaking to the Chief Mother. Mother! You are a coward! Wow. Talia. Well, you are. You of all people should know better than anyone. We just can't continue like this. And yet, I do nothing. That is what you want to say, isn't it? Chief Mother. But I do nothing out of desire to protect this village. You should know this, Talia. If that's true, then you're no better than the men driven from the village by our ancestors. What? Instead of standing up against the larger countries, the men of Hazm chose to bow their heads and sell their services just to survive. As a result, their freedom was stolen and the pride of the men were disgraced. And instead of taking it out on their oppressors, they came back to the village and took it out of their women. We had lost our freedom and our dignity. But that's why we created this fortress in the first place, isn't it? So that we would have the freedom to stand on equal ground with any other nation? The freedom? Ooh, flashbacks. The Brigandine of Freedom has been passed down to our village for generations. It's on her vagina? Mother, if this enemies decide to threaten our freedom, then we will use the Brigandine of Freedom to fight. I'm sorry, but your Brigandine of Freedom is on your, lady parts. So what is that implying? That you're going to use it? I'm sorry, this is hilariously sexist, and I find it hilarious. And so, with the blessing of the Chief Mother Talia came to don the Brigandine of Freedom. Then set off to conquer the world. With her vagina. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Moved by Rhea's courageous display, Joes and Sid joined Talia and Uncle Tubby. Oh, Uncle Tubby! A half-wild Bizo, half-furry master of shinobi magic, on par with late Rhea. And lastly, Talia, I cannot bear to lose another daughter. I'm coming along whether you like it or not. Thank you, Medessa. Sir Joes and Sid, I have heard that you took good care of my daughter, Rhea. Madam Medessa, my only regret is that I could not do more. I know it may not be my place, but your daughter, her death was an honorable one, worthy of such talented shinobi master. When we heard you were raising an army, we left as soon as we could. Sid and I are at your service. Much appreciated. Talia, the Chief Mother has requested that you keep her informed of our movements. Of course. Mother, I'm sorry for calling you a coward. As Chief, I know there are steps that you wanted to take, that a woman in your position couldn't risk, but worry not. Just watch over me as I take these steps forward. Well then, we set out. Yes, let's go everyone. Yeah! For women! Woo! Great nation! Woo! The main mode is where you select a nation power and play as while you unify Runersia. Didn't we read this already? Okay, yeah. I don't remember that icon being up there. During the attack phase, troops units will battle to control the other enemy nations and will fight each other during this phase. Okay, the map shows the directions of power by displaying the flag occupying a nation above each base. Okay. Okay. We're in it to win it, the people. For freedom for women! Woo! Let's do it! Interesting. So this one has a... Assuming this is probably flickering red to let me know that it's at a massive disadvantage compared to the other two occupations. Interesting. So this one connects over there. This one's a lot. See, that's not flashing red because the only neighboring place is not that I'm higher than it. But I did want to go ahead and save it. And I did want to turn down audio voices. Just so that way when I'm reading it out, their Japanese is not overlapping with my... Since, I mean, I'm assuming most people here watching this can't understand Japanese anyway. Okay, other... I can observe the enemy's battles as well? Okay. We are on easy difficulty, so I'm assuming I can at least be a little easier with everything. Okay, we got that there. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Summoning units and strengthen your forces. Organize your troops by swapping units around. Yeah, that's fine. We know about quests. So I'm just still learning. No troops, okay. Sorry, I'm just now kind of like, okay, how is... I do want to probably send people on the quest, but can I only get people... Only... That's probably my main base right there. Summon. Monsters can be summoned at your bases during organization phase. Ensure that all preparations are complete before moving on to the next phase, as monsters cannot be summoned at that phase. Summoning consumes mana from your mana reserve. Upkeep mana is also used at the start of each season to maintain your monsters. More upkeep mana will be required as monsters increase in their level and class. Monsters will require upkeep and mana. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure I can pick this up. Just... Ooh. Shinobi Tribe. We have total of 30 monsters. We already have monsters, so we probably don't really need to summon any. Troops. Okay, what do we have? Well, she could probably definitely use one. Summon a monster for you. Sorry, I'm just learning, trying to gather up everything. And there's nothing here. So where's my Temple Knight Carlia Dancer? Where's my ruler and everything? Oh, are they here? Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay. So if I don't have to worry about being attacked, this is a pretty fortified area. So these are the only two entrances to get here. Interesting. Okay, we'll go move. Yeah, that's fine. Shinobi leader. So we'll go ahead and add you and you. Yeah, that'd probably be best. Yeah. And it said you here. And then you. Send you over there. I mean, is there any reason to have knights here? That's the thing I'm confused with. Because if they can't attack here, then why even have people there to defend it? I'll send another person over here. Manage items. Okay, I don't got... Well, I do need to send people... now that I think about it, I need to send people on quests. Okay, wait a minute. Let me... That's fine. I want to reload that. Sorry. I don't know if I can retract those movement orders, but I just thought I probably should send these people on some of these on quests. Well, this needs to be fortified for sure, because that's weaker. So we could probably... Yes. Sorry, I'm still learning. Yes, we know. You go there. And you go there. And then... Quests. She doesn't have any odds, but she's pretty low level, so we'll probably go ahead and send her on the training grounds. She's on standby. She doesn't have increased odds, but we'll see what the other people can do. I don't know if I can only send so many people on a quest. Okay, he has good odds. I'll go ahead and send you there. I'll I'll send you there. I want you to go train, since you're the main person. And I'll send you over here. I'll send you over here. Okay. Go ahead and save it. I'll equip all units. Interesting. Power relationships? Troops. Interesting. That's kind of obscuring it. That's gotta be a bug. Yeah, that's a bug, alright. Huh. I need to write that down. Power relationships. Sorry, I need to write that down. That's a bug. Make sure I know how to spell that. See, power relationship. Probably like screen overlap. Sorry about that. Just writing that down so I don't forget about it. Because it's like it gives you like it's supposed to be used to like give you some information. But it's like it's like you see all the little details and the stuff like that. Well, it's not working. Why is it doing that? I'm confused. Sorry, I'm trying to. It was bringing up a menu before. How do I get that menu to pop up? No, no, god dang it. How do I get that menu to pop up? Huh. Slight drift, because the thing's doesn't take much for it to drift. See, that's me, I'm not even holding the joystick. It's just because I have a slight little drift. Okay, we'll probably go ahead. So this is why I didn't want time limit. So I'm going to hit done. The base menu's attack command lets you select attacking troops in any bases to attack. Okay. Okay, we are stronger now, which is I'm good. It's glad. But I don't intend to attack anyone just yet. So we'll go ahead and end it there. Because I want these people to go do some quests. Elysia of Gilmore. Indeed. Elysia, daughter of the current president. Do you know her, Miss Talia? Yes, actually. I happened to speak with her while on guard duty. Is there something about this Elysia you wish to tell us, Sir Joes? Yes, madam. I have heard stories of her in many countries during my work as a mercenary. For one, she wields a powerful sword. A powerful sword? I confess, I do not know the extent of its power, but it is said to have belonged to the legendary Ma-Eng sisters. Ma-Eng? If I remember my history, those are the three sisters who made a name for themselves during a Castivia incident. Yes, 3 beautiful female knights. Sounds a bit like your worst nightmare. That's not funny. Very well, just an aside. I advise you be very careful of that sword, Miss Talia. Why? The sword will test any who pick it up. What do you mean? If the sword detects the slightest hint of unworthiness in the person who wielding it, the sword would attack the wielder? It is possible. I don't believe it. I don't... Unfortunately, this sinister sword wasn't the only matter I wanted to speak with you about, Miss Talia. I fear something dire will soon decide upon Runersia, something that would be catastrophic to all of us, I believe. That would be best to conquer all Runersia without delay. Is that correct, Sir Joes? You read my mind, madam. While Testia understood the significance of Joe's and Melissa's words, at the same time, she could not help but recall her brief exchange with Alicia when they met in the Republic of Golmolia. Not only was she a Ruin Knight, but she also the top candidate for the presidency. Would she rally and command any army of her own? Then Talia also thought of Elsa's other identity. I never imagined a ballad would look quite so beautiful and free. Free? That is the first time that anyone has ever said that of my performance. That cannot be. Your dance as if you were a fairy with wings. My apologies. I assure you I was not neglecting my duties as a hall guard. No need. The Shinobi tribe commitment to their missions is known far and wide throughout the country. I am unworthy of such praise, Miss Elsa. Talia has even given her information on the growing unrest across Runersia. It is about your father. Word of the president's illness has reached the ears of other nations' leaders. Then there is the sudden mysterious death of Rabuno III in the kingdom of Nuzin. Even the Holy Gustav Empire and the Mana Silesia theocracy have been acting strangely. Talia, is something wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. You mentioned you have spoken with Alzia. What did this conversation entail? I'm not sure. It was my first mission, so I was rather nervous. I don't remember much. Despite the fact that she respected Medusa like a mother, Talia found herself unable to share Elsa's secret. She knew Elsa Alzia may very well become a powerful enemy one day. Yet even so, she simply could not bring herself to break the promise she had made to Elsa that day. I got both the Nightmare Box 1 and 2 on PS5. Ah, that's cool. I remember you mentioned that yesterday. I mean, that's cool. I hope you get to try them out, and hopefully they're good working physical copies. Your streams are so funny, enjoying it. Oh, God. I mean, I didn't really do much today. It was just all the game. Psychic hat. Great. Excellent. Proficiency. Mana balance is the mana left after subtracting upkeep of all monsters from the income of all bases. The amount is calculated automatically each season and added to your nation's mana reserve. Mana income, mana upkeep. Mana income, the total of mana generated from all owned bases each season. Upkeep, the total of consumed and the maintain of all monsters each season. All of this is calculated at the start of each season. This explanation can be reviewed at any time during the guides. Okay, let's go and save it. I wanted to turn down the music a little bit. Settings. Audio. Let's drop that down to... Let's drop that down to 6. Alright, didn't save it. And subtitles. I want to... Boop. Let's go with fast. It's a little slow on normal. Alright. How are we looking? The problem is I don't know if I just attack. It feels like I'm instigating a battle if I'm going over their attack, but I'm worried about if I don't do anything, people are just going to keep getting stronger. quite a people. And apparently we're good friends with her, so I don't know if it's like, you know, ideal to attack her. That seems pretty easy to take out. So what if we go ahead... We don't attack, right? We attack when during the attack phase. So what if we... I'll go ahead and just train you some more. Okay, that gives me an idea, huh? That's kind of cool. It gives you like an idea. So that's where I would come. Kapalupa. So I would be attacking that way, huh? By the swampy. So I would be in a very disadvantage if I don't have swampy monsters. She's a big woman. Let's see. Plain, skies, forest. I don't got no monsters on standby. Manage your items. Okay. Sorry, I'm still just learning and seeing what I need to equip. Sacred Mail. What is she? Temple Knight, Barbarian, and a Dancer. Well, what does a Dancer do? Yeah, we know this. Dancer. Just feels like I'm just gonna have to just play and find out what's the best strategies. So, okay, I think we attack during... Okay, we'll end the phase. I don't like the idea of just attacking someone, but... Okay, they've moved, and that's fine. I want to leave them there. There's some kind of defense there. Right now, boom, boom, and then we'll get boom. And then we'll send them here. And I think that should be it. Yeah, we'll leave that in stationary. And end the phase. Invasion! Invasion parties is when both sides have chosen to attack each other. Invasion priority is when both sides have decided to attack each other, or when multiple countries attack the same base. Troops with the highest total combat power gets priority. If two bases try to evade one another, the troop with the highest total CP gets to evade, and battle will take place as the weaker base. If multiple powers attack the same base, only the power with the highest CP can attack, while the other must wait. Invade! Woo! Defender. Yeah, we're gonna stomp you in the ground. Each base has a different battle map in which knights or monsters will be doing the fighting. The winning troops will occupy the base. Yes, we know. Okay. Deploy, deploy, deploy. Are you sure you want to deploy these troops? Yes. Surprised I can't decide where to place them. I mean, you could pick where your locations start. Generally speaking, you win a battle by driving away all the enemy troops or defeating the ruler. Okay, I know the rules. I am Odessa of the Shinobi, and I sense a great power within you. What is your name? I am Selena, priestess of the holy watchmen of the Mana Selenia. I bear you no ill will, but I am afraid we must fight. A priestess? So you serve the ruin god? Why then do you fight against those who worship Mana and the ruin god? Because our nation follows only the most holy path laid out by the ruin god. It is our duty to show the rest of Runersia the way. If we perfectly are capable of following the path without any guidance from you, and I will be the path we believe in. Ooh, clashing religions. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, we do have a swamp advantage because there's a lot of swamp ground. We don't really have swamp monsters, though. He's a plain, forest, plain. So they are very plain focused, so we do have a bit of advantage on that. We have a forest, which we do have a lot of forest around us, which gives that advantage. We have sky people who can avoid the swampy plains, other than these mountain guys here. But they're good, like, big hitters. They could be like a fortress. So I kind of put this in the wrong order. So, okay, let me... I hate to reload it, but... Because I definitely should have put him, or her, her, that big woman right there in the front. Okay. She's flying, right? Yeah, she's a sky, so I can just fly her wherever I want. Not to gum up the path. And he's a sky as well, so we'll head over here. And you're a sky too, so you're a Pegasus. You can heal. And what are you? Like a... You're like a Temple Knight, so you definitely should be in the front lines. Sorry, I'm still learning the game. I might mess up some stuff or misunderstand some things. I was like, oh, you're falling back and fortifying. Interesting. I mean, that's a good tactic. They're coming to attack you, so you might as well just stand by and have the best defense. Okay, we still gotta... Okay, so that's our range. So we can go about here. We'll leave it there. We'll come about here. Sorry, I just want to see what that is. Okay, so I got... Let's fly about right here. That way we can maybe do a pincer maneuver if we want to. What are you? Swamp. So she has advantages in swamp. So we'll move you about right here. Road. They're weak, but they might be some good cannon fodder. Afraid to move forward? I mean, it makes sense. You don't want to... You would want the enemy to come to you. Turn 3. Yes, we know about that. That's what I was hoping to do. If the computer was stupid, I could have used a pincer maneuver and block her completely. Okay, we get Heal Halo. MP guarantees the next skill or spell of one ally unit within a 4-hex radius will hit target unit. Will also gain a 1.5 experience. So, okay. What are we looking at? You're there. It's one of those where we move a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Without putting myself in the enemy's target range. But keeping a good distance so we can do a massive attack. I kind of want to send you out there. What are you at? 7? You're fairly good, so I can maybe have you a bit of a bait. Okay. Ooh. That's fine. That's what our original plan was, to have them. I just hope you don't die. That's great. That's great. We can manage that. The plan was to have them as a bit of a bait to lure them in a little bit. I just wish I put her in a better place. I kind of messed up on that. So the big muscle's not so far back. And they're slower too, so it takes me longer to get them there. I messed up on that little bit. Okay. What are your magic? Paralyzed. It's paralyzed you. Divine Ray. I'm just wondering what... She's a holy, isn't she? Yeah, she is a holy, so she would have advantage. That would chain me. Saint Split. Normal attack. Deals moderate damage to a single adjacent enemy. Yeah, she has a little bit lower accuracy, but she does have a damage increase, so does he against me. You missed! Silent. Inflict silence on a single enemy unit within a 4-hex radius. Silenced units will be unable to use magic. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it might be a good idea to go here. Oh, I can't. That's right. Magic doesn't. You can't move with magic. Okay, that's gotta remember that. Nub power deals minor damage to a single enemy unit within a 2-hex radius. Has a 20% chance of inflicting paralyze. Power's a little bit down. It's a good amount of damage though. So could I reflect paralyze? But what are the odds? Has a 20% chance of 20%. I might just go with a no bite. Oh, critical. Luckily it wasn't that much. And now I want to do heal on you. That'd be dangerous. But I'd be putting myself in a pretty good area to do some walloping on her. And she's a wizard, so... Heavy thrust. Normal attack. Deals moderate damage to a single adjacent unit. That's a lot of damage. Let's use him as backup. He should be able to go over there and back her up a little bit. Okay. Ah, my goblin! Oh. Now the muscle can finally get here. Wild Crush. Deals major damage to a single unit within loop heal. Damn it. Oof. Guarantees the next skill. I'll probably just go ahead and heal. Seems like a force would give me more advantage than anything. Area deals major damage to a single adjacent unit. He's better in forests. Ah, of course you'd miss. Damn it, and you do a critical hit, of course. Because, you know, fuck me, right? am out of the range, so like that does suck. And you do heal when you level up, which is very good. Man, it sucks. He was right there. She was right there. He was even in the forest to get the tactical advantage. He's dead now. Damn it. It sucks. Battle rules, turn restrictions. Force all enemies to retreat within 12 turns to win. The battle also ends if at the end of the 12th turns, both invaders and defenders have troops on the field. At this time, if the invading side has units on the castle hexagon, the invaders win. If the defend unit or near nobody is on the castle hexagon, the defender wins. Okay, so there is a time limit. Okay. What are we on? Turn 6? Yeah. I have been cornered. Me. Archangel has been locked. Definitely got a lot for that, huh? There must have been a mistake somewhere. Get out of here. That's one happy dog. We have triumphed in the name of freedom. Victory. The Flames of War. Recollection. Della and Mendesa. Uncle Toby? Yes, he was originally a regular Bazu, But he was bitten on the hand by a Barret youngling, and that gave him the ability to speak. Yes, that is what I was told anyway. That cheeky little Tala, she knows the law says to stay away from the Bezo, but she did tell me everything about what happened. Probably because she knows that talking to the chief mother means breaking the law. That also explains why she has improved immensely in her training. Yes, it would be hard not to when she's constantly running around the forest with this Toby. Medessa, since it seems to be helping with her training, I will turn a blind eye to this matter. However, remind her that she is not to get too deeply involved in their lives. What do you mean? I have heard that Bezo are exceptionally family-oriented animals. Talia will exceed me as village mother one day. When she does, I understand, Talia. It would be a complicated matter if she starts to develop a keen interest in males. Medessa, I do worry about Talia. She is quite curious, but very thoughtful. Come next year, when she comes of age and must work outside, I fear that her childish curiosity will prove too strong for her own good. What if by some chance she meets a man that she takes a liking to? Talia. As Medessa lifted a hand to Talia's cheek, Talia eagerly leaned in to touch her touch. I'm going to be alright, Talia. It's going to be alright, Talia. I'll always be here with you. Medessa. Ooh. The Brigandine of Freedom shone with a soft red glow as rays from the setting sun filtered down through the skylight. As Talia and Medessa sought comfort and solace in each other, their wistful voices filled the room with the air of melancholy. Oh, they're getting busy in the sheets, are we? Good. Invasion effect. Divine Staff. Proficiency. Nightmare, huh? Okay. Season 3. Let's go and save it. We have just conquered our first base. This is at a disadvantage. That's something we should take consideration. But it probably would be a good idea. That is a huge... Because there's 3 knights there. There's quite a bit of a force there. Level 1, huh? But that's pretty low. It's only these guys that's really making a threat. And him. The Iron Golem. So they're not too powerful compared to what I have going on here. So if I could probably... Do we have... We should always consider quests. What do we got going on? Okay, we do need to send people off because... Okay, what... Is it different? Yeah, it's different. Okay, we do need to send these people off to get... Because there's Ruin Knights over here, so... I've been sending these people off quests because they're at the most likelihood. So I'd rather keep sending them. Talia could probably change her class. Because she's at Master Proficiency. Shinobi Leader. And she's mastered all this. This is the unit's current class. Okay, how do we change it, though? Shinobi Leader. Can you not change? Huh. Pegasus. It's a unicorn now. Pegasus is next. This gives it sky, but this gives it plains. Weakness, heal. I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding everything. proficiency. She's mastered, so how do I change a different class? Do we have to unlock a class? Because you can't just play, like, you have to wait to unlock it. Like, certain conditions got to be met. Just wonder if I should have a Pegasus. Well, what's her skills? I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep jumping through menus. She's a healer, so it'd probably be better to have a Nightmare as more of a bodyguard for her. Look at me and my cute little unicorn, Nightmare unicorn. Didn't we lose a goblin over here? Yeah, I want to go back to troops. Yeah, she lost a goblin. Okay, class. You got a class up. $10 or higher. Level 20 or higher. So, we might just wait. I mean, there's no really benefit to holding off. Yeah, so it's just overall just upgrading. She just costs more. So we'll go ahead and get her a boost. I'm sure the game's being much giving in resources and stuff like that just due to the fact I am playing on a lower difficulty. Okay, yeah. Maybe I can't change the leader. Barbarian type. Wait, is she a monster? Berserker. Wild Crash. Power Swing. Viking, huh? Sure. Why not? We'll learn as we go. I'm confused. Are you a guy or a girl? Because either way, I'm scared. Didn't we get a staff? Anti-charming ring. Thunder spear. Consume items. I can, like, consume? Divine staff. So who can use a staff? I would imagine she's a cleric, so I imagine she'd be able to equip a staff. You can't equip a staff? Lancer, I would imagine. And she's got the spear. We do want to send these people on quests so they can get stronger. Especially her. She's only level 2, for crying out loud. She's just a wee baby. How about over here? Toby, Rogue, Hunter, Enchantress. Okay, you can equip it. Good. Okay, just making sure. I want to make sure all my units are all well equipped. And we do want to replenish her units. How do I know how much we're consuming in terms of... Okay, units. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Triangle. Base info. Oh, okay. Switch bases. Okay. Alright, I do want to save it, because I feel like I've done a lot. Power relationships. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how what's my upkeep? Mana reserves. I got 2,249. But what am I consuming though? Menu. Mana upkeep. Oh, how much do I get in a season? Because I don't see. Nation statistics. I see mana income. I get 1,881. My upkeep is 960. Expected mana income of 921. So I gotta get a 921. So I got 921 to play with. Okay, we gotta be careful because she's definitely gotten some mana income. She's definitely getting strong. That's why I really want to bolster this up. I'm hoping I can get some Ruin Knights and get a bit more going on there. I do need. She needs to train. We could send you here. Increase our odds. I want you to get experience. Okay, they're a little distracted. That's fine. Summon. Revive? What do you mean by revive? Oh, okay, I can revive you. Not enough revival stones. I didn't even know I was worried about revival stones. Upkeep mana. Number consumed 1. Summon mana. Upkeep mana. Okay. Okay. Then troops. Let's bolster you up back up. That way you got that. I mean, it's only level 1. It's where you probably like summon a bunch of them and send them on quests. So it'd probably be like smart if whoever you send on quests, get a bunch of summons and have them go on the quests and stuff like that. So that's a bit of a mistake. But I might invade this forest because whether they attack this one here and there, it keeps them from getting from the inside. That's the key thing. So either whether they attack me here, there, I'm going to send pretty much my entire troop over here. Battlefield. I forget the name of what I am. Autiriana? Which we would be coming up this way. Which would be fighting across a bridge. Which will be interesting of a dilemma. But man, oh man, that's a pretty close fight with full forces. But he got a bunch of, let's see, base info. He's got a lot of level 1s. That's the thing I'm banking on, because this is level 1, level 1. That's not a whole lot. Level 1, 5's here. I say I'm fairly on a good footing. I'm surprised the power level is so close. We'll go ahead and save it and try that fight. No, not load, not load. And then we'll probably see how long that would take. Okay. We'll end. We're going to attack phase. You have frontline bases with no knights present. Proceed anyway. Yes. Anybody attacking me? No. Like I said, we're pretty good. We got a good little standoff there. Keep her from doing anything. But, we'll go attack. No. Are you sure you want to execute that command? Yeah. Penetration! I mean, it's like we got like 3,000 extra, or 2,000 really. But yeah, I'd imagine I would be pretty strong on this. The Brigandine reminds me of the old school. It gives you a gigantic mag and gives you the tools and tells you survive however you can. You're not wrong. This is more like a board game. It's just kind of like, hey, this is the game. It reminds me, I don't know if... I think this was a PS1 game, but I'm not sure. Oh my goodness, look at that handsome man, woman, they, them person. I don't know. Oh my. Just look at the anticipation on those lovely faces. Well, prepare yourselves because here I come. Oh god. Oh god. That's my snoo snoo. If you stand between Gustav and victory, you will be removed. But these are the games I just grew up with. Like I said, I played a lot of these kinds of games when I was a kid. All these tactical, strategy, turn-based stuff. It's just something I love so much. I mean, I don't know why would you even want to leave that area. Was that the grappler? Was that what's his name? The grappler? Turn 2. Lake. That's a massive disadvantage. Yeah. What was it? Yeah. Grappler. I don't want to be the grappler. We should be fine. Parts of me wonder if I should like do a send the big guy in the back. Send him this way to see if we can like corner them a little bit. A bridge, huh? What do we got? What are we dealing with here? Okay, he can't. He'd be right at the end. Phew. The Wavering's got some distance. So we'll stop by here. The Eagles. Whew. Because I have to push forward. Because if I don't get there in time in 12 turns, the defender always automatically wins. That's something to consider. That's why I'm like, well, maybe it'd be a good idea to split their forces and go this direction. I mean, I'd be splitting my forces, but I really need to approach it in different directions than trying to push myself across that lake. It just seems like a Doom thing to do. Gauges the next skill or spell of one ally. Okay, yeah. Divine Ray. Restores a maximum. Loop heal. Affects the target, a single ally unit within a 4-hex radius. Restores 10% of its max HP at the start of each turn for 4 turns. So go ahead and give that to you. Since you don't want to lose your main defense force in the front. Oh, we can't. Well, no, that'd be dumb. I had to keep him close to you. We'll push on ahead, but right now we want to see what we can do. Yeah, they're all just standing by, which is it'd be the best thing to do. Hold that area. Computer's not dumb, at least. They're definitely pushing me to go forward. But making me have to put myself in a massive disadvantage. Which is smart. I'm good. I'm glad. 'Cause why would you leave your safety? She does have an advantage in Lake, which is great. I have to push forward. And it's gonna suck. I really don't want to lose them. Apparently I do need revival stones. That's what makes it suck. I have to have revival stones to bring them back. Bird head can't hit shit. Goodbye, doggy. Oh. Didn't want to lose you, but I really needed to push forward. Man, you're so freakishly slow. I hate it. Divine Ray. Okay, this is new information. Classes, skills, magic, and equipment often have elemental effects. The elements are represented by 5 colors with different advantages and disadvantages when fighting against certain enemies. Advantage and disadvantage. Okay. You can see the relationship between red, blue, and green. Attacks cause more or less damage depending on the attack element and defenses. When your attack element is the same as the enemy's defense element, the effects are negated. Attacks without an element are affected by the number of orbs, but not element colors of each orb. Weak effect, strong effect. Okay. Okay, I get you. I wanted to see what your powers are. Magic. Resist, spell break. Damn it. Everything's just far enough away. I can't do anything. I was hoping the bird would have got his life healed by leveling up. Hellhound, huh? Oh, it's dead. Damn it. I was really hoping it would. Damn it, man. I probably pushed too quickly before I had all my units in the right position. It's probably my fault on that one. I pushed too early. I still had plenty of time. It's time for me to offer up my own soul to Sinzor. Yeah, get out of here. Damn it. Temple knife, huh? That's what I was trying to do, was silent her. What are we on? Turn 6, we're even halfway. Oof, goodness. Wait, he was surrendered. Damn it! That was a waste of a turn. Damn it. He was an ally, or I was going to capture him. Damn it. That was stupid of me. Like a 30% chance. Sucks. Interesting. I'm worried about putting my horse in or Pegasus in a really bad area. Guarantees the next skill or spell of one ally unit within a 4-hex radius will hit. Target will also gain 1.5 experience. Ooh, 218. Oh God. Whew. he's one of the tougher ones. He's got like he's like level 10. Might choose to fall him back so he doesn't die. Sorry if I'm being really, really quiet. I'm just focusing on the game a lot. Now we're out of mana. Great. Really? Again, like perfectly preventing me from finishing the person off. Oh, now you finally work, huh? Okay, you're out of magic too, which is not good, because you do a shit ton of damage. Would like to dispense of her. I'm worried that if I attack her, she's going to counter and do a bunch of damage, then hit me again and possibly take me out. So just get rid of her. We will retreat for now. Their destruction is not yet at hand. Some of those troops retreated. Hex Max Rage. Normal attack. Dealing moderate damage to a single adjacent enemy. It has a 30% chance of like faint. Damage. Power. Fuck him up! Boom! Goodness gracious. Is this all there is to my powers? Get your bitch ass out of here. Oh, I was hoping I could capture the golem. You don't have to say it. I know you're mesmerized by me. Don't worry. I'll only become more beautiful. I'm glad it started with the character and it ended with them. Him, her, they, them. Sucks I lost all those wolves though. But I needed a vanguard. I needed the people to push in and to take a bunch of damage. Hopefully I can get it back with some power stones or something. But that was one hell of a push right there I chose to do. That took out a lot of their big force there. I lost a lot, though. A potion that slightly increases maximum HP. Did I not accrue to anybody? Damn it. I had such good odds, too. Damn. Alright. Well, they didn't advance there. They haven't really advanced at all. At least I don't think so. I mean, I feel like I'm the being in the asshole around here. Season 4 of 24. So there's still a time limit, I'm guessing? Because it says Season 4 of 24th. So I'm thinking there's still a time limit to this game. It's just the other one had a lower time rate. So we'll go ahead and save it. Well, alright. Well, we're going to end this here. Thank you all so much for joining me with this. I'm sorry this was not at all what I was expecting out of this game. I didn't really know what to expect. Like I said, there's a lot of times I buy a game without really researching it because it just catches my eye or it looks interesting from at that moment. Because I bought this a long time ago. I don't even know when I got this game. But it caught my eye, and right now I'm very intrigued. It's very like a board game, strategy, resource management, and everything like that. Sure, I am playing on easy difficulty, so I'm playing AI and everything, but AI was still pretty smart there. It was kind of cool how they fortified that little island, because they knew it would be dumb to leave it. You would put yourself at a massive disadvantage. So that was really, really cool. Even on normal or easy difficulty, computer was still intelligent enough to do that, and that's impressive. I've played some strategy games where computer is brain dead. Like, they will just charge. They only know one thing: go forward, attack the enemy. And this was actually pretty good. Like, I legitimately had to stop, and I could have done that better. I pushed too quickly. I wasn't sure with only 12 turns. I wasn't sure if I would have had enough turns. But if I maybe waited 1 or 2 more turns to set my people up, since the computer was just standing there, I could have pushed way harder and took them out. But that still worked out pretty good because I was able to take out a few of them. And if I just didn't waste a turn hitting that skeleton, that was really dumb of me. I totally forgot about I captured that skeleton. But again, this is being very, very interesting. Though that it's very interesting that I chose the faction that's like almost sexist, very woman focused. But hey, you know, whatever. There's all kinds of people. There's all kinds of tribes out there. There's all kinds of factions and everything. So it was a very interesting choice. But boy, oh boy, that was hilarious. I do not know if that was their intentions, but boy, oh boy, that's legitimately sounded like Dragon Come at the beginning there. That, like, all they had to do was just say the white lake. Didn't they say did they say the white lake? Did they actually use those words? I can't remember now because it was so ridiculous. I was laughing so freakishly hard. I couldn't even wrap my head around it. But again, this game is being very interesting. I'm really into it right now. But I'm a big fan of these strategy kind of guy. So I'm always happy to come across a new one to add to my shelf or get to play. So again, thank you all so much for joining here. I'm looking forward to play this again. But tomorrow is Wednesday, so I will not be streaming tomorrow. So again, thank you all so much for joining here and being a part of this. I'm really into this right now. So again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!